Hi, I'm John from WorkshopAddict.com, the forum. Today I have the Stanley two-way adjustable sawhorses to show you. Most people don't give a lot of thought into sawhorses, but I have been for years and years and years. When I grew up back at home, my dad had these metal jaws that would affix to a 2x4, and then you'd make a sawhorse out of those. Of course, he always had a dedicated 2x4 that just got gnarly, chewed up. It was a huge pinch point problem with me. I was always scared of using these things, and they were tough to adjust. So when I got on my own, one of the things my dad wanted to do was give me a set of sawhorses, and he was a big firm believer in the metal sawhorses, that they were the best things out there, and I just did not like them. Talked to him about it and said, hey, let me go show you these plastic ones I've been looking at. And plastic ones, this is about 12 years ago. There was these really cheap plastic ones which did most work just fine. And then I ran across a set of Stanleys, and let me show you. I still have them, and I've been using them for 12, 13 years now. As you can see, they have been pretty well used. And what I liked about these was the two-way adjustability. Tall guy, relatively tall, 6 foot. I don't like bending over to work on things. So what I liked about this, the number one thing I liked, extends up. All it takes is a shake, extend it up. The other thing I liked, extends out. So these units would lock into place once you open them up. And I've loved these ever since I got them. I mean, as you can see, I cut tile with them. I use this as a mobile workstation. I've used it for just about any project I can. I grab it and go with it. I have a workstation. Even if I'm doing something in the backyard, I can make a table out of this and just start sitting my tools on it, so I don't have to bend over on the ground. So sawhorses is something I've been thinking about forever. So these are the old ones, and still use them. They're in great shape. I beat the heck out of them, and they're great shape. These ones are these new Stanley ones right here are the same unit, except for they made some improvement and changes to them. One thing is the weight. These are pretty heavy. These are quite a bit lighter. So let me show you the new Stanleys, and we'll talk about those. I was showing you with the other ones. These Stanley sawhorses are just an updated version of the old ones. They've made a significant amount of changes to these, and like I said, these raise and lower. They have little notches here that lock the raising and lowering into place. The nice thing about the improvement that they did with these were there's two little triggers here that unlock those buttons that allow you to slide this up and down. Now, what's the big deal? Well, on the old ones, you can't move them up and down in the open position. You have to fold them down. If you want to make an adjustment, you have to fold them closed, adjust it, open it back up, because the leg's opening and locking into place. This one allows you to do it on the fly, which is nice. The only thing I don't like about what they've done with the improvements is this one only goes to 35 inches in height, or the old ones go up to 37 inches. 2 inches, not a huge deal, but I'm this kind of guy that likes my work up closer to me. I don't like to be bent over, so the taller it gets, the better it is for me. The extensions are the same before as the other one. Let me say, these aren't the only ones unique to raising the work surface up. There are other ones out there. I actually want to, whenever I go to the store, I look at sawhorses. And I've been in Menards and I looked at a set of metal ones there that raised up and down. They have about the same weight rating as this and everything. Problem was, the metal legs were like a stamped metal. It had 3 sides, so it had an edge. And when you go to fold this thing up or slide them down, if your hands were riding along that edge, you could lay your fingers right open. It was a nice sharp metal edge. I just thought that was like the worst death trap in the world. So these plastic ones I enjoy. There's very few places to get hurt. There's a little pinch point up in here if you've got this closed and you try to close it. So you just got to watch your fingers there. But other than that, this thing is very safe and easy to use. The set of 2 here, they come with these little adapters that go on top here. And what it does is there's a V-groove in the top, and that's so you can lay pipe in it. And on the other side, if you flip it over, you can put 2x4s either straight up or across. You'll see in the picture here. And they go on a little difficult, a little tight, but once they're on, these things are on, so you don't have to worry about them falling off. And just give them a little tap and they're on. Only bad thing with this is there's no real good place to store these. Once once you take them out of the package, you got to find a place and something to do with these. I have them up in one of these cabinets, so I know where they're at. But if you're out on the job site and you don't have them with you, you're kind of out of luck. I wish there was a place where these would mount or store on the unit so you had them with you all the time. Plus, they only give you, instead of two, they only give you one set of these. So if you were to go ahead and use the 2x4 portion of it, you could raise this top up on both sides, make your table or make your cuts, and you've got a sacrificial piece of wood over here that you could cut through. If you only got it on one side, it doesn't do you any good, and you got to watch that you don't cut your sawhorses. So these are rated for, in the upper position like this, as a set, 800 pounds you can put on them. If you have them lowered, then they're good for 1,000 pounds. I don't know what you'd be putting up here at 1,000 pounds. I use these almost on a weekly basis when we have bonfires in the backyard, little pit fires, and I'll take them out back, put a piece of plywood across them or whatever junk wood I got out there. Set it out top. We go outside, the kids eat s'mores. We have everything laid out. You can have your radio up here, your drinks up here, whatever, but it sits right by the fire. When you're done, fold it up, take it inside. As I said, these are lighter than the old version, which is really nice because the old version was kind of heavy. And so they make these a lot more mobile. As I said, I've done a lot of looking into sawhorses, and these are by far my favorite ones. Stanley really hit the mark with these. I know a lot of people don't think about them, but when you can go in two different directions, raise it up, expand it out, because I was doing a lot of cutting of full sheets of OSB. I can support it like this. If I needed to, I could just tap it in and adjust it as I was going. And these things have been so rock solid, the old ones, that I went out and got these. I just love them. And so if you are looking into sawhorses, I know a lot of people make their own, but you know, in the shop, that's nice. I have a smaller shop and I don't have places to store them, and they're not usually as mobile either. But with these, they're quick and easy. I mean, heck, if they get them dirty, you can hose them off. They're all plastic. So if you're looking at sawhorses, take a look at these Stanleys. These are my favorite ones out there. Two-way adjustables. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and come over to the forum. Check us out. We're always talking about tools, sharing woodworking projects, metal projects, and heck, if you got a question, ask us, or you might be able to help us answer a question. Until next time, I'm John from workshopaddict.com forum. Talk to you later.